Hello everyone, and thank you for being here. I am your Shakti guide, Helene Westlund, and I welcome you to the Shakti Flow Summit, where we learn how to embrace our feminine flow to receive more joy, balance, and energy in life. In this circle, no time exists, so everyone who watches this now or later are all included in this circle. And today we have our wonderful teaching experts. It's Aliky. Aliky guides success-minded entrepreneurs, business professionals, and highly conscious spiritual seekers to align with the frequency of your divine soul blueprint, to co-create abundance in all areas so that you can manifest whatever you desire in any area of your life properly, easily, and rapidly, and ensuring your integration is aligned with your desired outcome. Welcome, Aliky.
Thanks for having me, Helene. It's a pleasure to be here with you.
Yeah, it's so good to have you. You've been working with this for quite a while. You have a lot of clients, and this summit is mostly about the balance between masculine and feminine energy. And in our world today, the masculine energy is, taking up a little too much space. So we're doing this to making women more aware of their feminine powers. So can you tell us a little about that?
Absolutely. Firstly, to respond to that, I love helping women. I really love helping women, especially women who want to help others through leadership, through leading by example, through being self-full, not necessarily selfish, but being fulfilled. And in my background, which is quite a colourful palette, from physical, competitive, to sports, to career, to music, to dance, to a whole fusion, including a lot of esoteric and spiritual studies for the last several decades. I'm in my 40s. I love to help women who love to help people, including themselves and their families. And I am a mum. I'm also a single parent. So I come with my heart open. And so from my heart to yours, if I can be of any value to anyone listening, and if Elaine asks me any questions, I'd love for you to connect to more of you. I love to bring you back home to your heart. And that's how I help people emerge their greatness so that they can feel fulfilled in this existence, so to speak.
That's beautiful. So what is feminine power to you? And can you explain?
Well, you know what? I think to me, it's very unique. It's something I've discovered, or having, come here as a woman. I don't want to differentiate too much between masculine and feminine polarity, because there's a use for everything. And no matter who you are, what you've done or not done, you're worthy of love. And so when I really drop into the feminine, it's the art of receiving, of being, of healing, of parental love. You may feel that from me. It's soul bliss, it's surrender, it's joy, it's contentment, it's radiance, it's poise, it's being in your heart. And I associate that a lot because I have this mother dharma thing. So I have my essence of femininity and the Shakti that comes with that, from that, and without even just labeling the parts of the body and the connection to below and above and all around, and the ability to be and heal and nurture, like Mother Nature almost, you've got that simpatico with Mother Nature when you tune into that feminine polarity, whether you're a man or a woman, or you tend to be on the masculine polarity a lot as a woman. Yes. It really depends what you're looking to do in your life and who you really are. And when you're being more, the power comes through you to be your guide, your own guide, to be that agent of, awareness, to actually take a change, make a change or not make a change, and taking an action or inaction. So there's so many labels about masculine and feminine. I just think they all fit. If you can find your 0 point, your soul, your connection with soul bliss, your oneness, your poise, your gratitude, your joy, your contentment, and align what you do or not do in alignment with that, you'll find your you flow. You'll know that no matter what's going on around you, you'll be able to feel that truth.
Yes.
That's from you, that emanates from you by ripple effect. So the feminine, the Shakti, the ability to heal, to energize, to give actually, the drive from within to replenish you first and foremost, and to come and shower that from you. Whoa. And you get to experience that through so many aspects. So it's very sacred is what I will say. It's very beautiful is what I will say. There's very many beautiful metaphoric ways to look at feminine and feminine power. Mahalakshmi, Saraswati, you've got Kali, you've got Durga, you've got goddesses. I'm half Greek, half Egyptian, hot mess. You know.
Okay, so I also want to ask you the top 2 traits in women and mothers causing stress. That is so interesting.
Okay, so firstly, I'm just going to lay it down. There's a real reason I know about stress. Go and look me up on LinkedIn and you'll see my career background. And when you add on top of that, you know, single parent from the get-go, from utero, the kind of career I've had, international, it's been leadership, second level. I was an expatriate. I can tell you right now, I know what stress is, and I know what burnout is, and I know what near burning out and falling off the cliff is. I have been working with women and men actually, and children who have come to me either through the career or a job, or in the relationships they don't want to be in jobs they don't want to be in, or trying to emerge more of their greatness and in pursuit of relentless pursuit of their happiness and joy, rather, their contentment, their purpose, to try and overcome stress and heal stress. Because I've got to tell you this right now, stress is feedback. Stress is the inability to adapt to an ever-changing environment. And when you learn to adapt, to come back to your heart, to come back to your poise, your contentment, your joy, to align, like I said, to be your own guide, to align your actions or inactions with your highest values, so that you are your own guide of awareness, observation, change, take an action or inaction. You can't but miss that. And you know without knowing that sometimes there's stressors on the way that are part of that beneficial process to emerge opportunity, not just challenge. Because you can't have sad with without happy, nice without mean, peace without war. There's both. Just look at what's happening in the world right now. There's, extreme wealth, there's extreme poverty, there's extreme peace, there's extreme war. It's just extremities. It's the polarization that's showing you both sides. So when I say that, let's come back to us and you listening and watching and answer this question. Particularly for a woman, we multitask. We're right brain, left brain. We can switch. We feel. And if you're on this summit and you're attracted to Lena's work, I am sure that you have compassion for self and others, for animals, for sentient beings, potentially empathic. You're sensitive and you're aware. Because if you are tuned into Shakti and what that feels like and how you use it for good, for your good, for the benefit for others by ripple effect, I can tell you right now, with the laser focus of being that whole beautiful being you are moving forward in love, with the love that the universe is showing you at every moment, when you revel in nature in every moment and emerge and extract the information, the particles that are all around you, you will see how the challenge is opportunity. You will see how everything is perfection, and you can become a master of your destiny, not a victim of your history. So here's where I answer the question straight up. 2 traits that I see. Again, macro level. You can go into the feeling in the trait on a very deep level. When you're in the past, you're in guilt or shame zone. You know what that does to a woman's Shakti? Shuts her down, shuts her off.
Yeah.
It's debilitating, okay? When you can't be creative and you can't transmute that higher up in you to voice your opinion, to channel and receive that, to bring that into the heart, to be that, it's very tough when you're in the past. Past remember guilt. Because, and then the future, imagine, fear. You've probably all heard the acronym false evidence appearing real. If you're distracted energetically, just think about it. Where are you? Where is your head? Where is your mind? Where is your body? Where are parts of your body not moving forward or being in self-full versus selfish, being full? They're in the past or the future. So the two traits is really the guilt and the shame from the past.
Yeah.
And the future, imagine fear in the future will come soon enough. Now, if you're clever about connecting to you and asking high quality questions, you may start to ponder into how some of the items in the past had served you and really get into it, like the shadow work or the breakthrough work, the quantum physics around it, the polarities around it, the field, what your beingness has been trying to alert you to by guiding you through stressors, right?
Yeah.
To get where you're going. And then the future, you can almost, if you have a vision, you see the telos in mind where the finger's pointing, not at the finger. You're seeing more of a macro strategic level. You're above the chaos. You can't create the vision you want from the problem of which you're trying to solve at the moment. It's hard to do that.
Yeah.
So to get yourself into present poise, and this is, Helena, maybe, you know, towards the end, we'll do an exercise that will find that for you. It could be painful. It could bring release to you. It could bring purification for you. It could bring an aha moment to you. But when a woman in particular is very distracted, it's really going to distract what's actually manifesting for you in this moment. It will. Are you baking bread with clean water as well, energetically, your spiritual body, the characters, the purification, or are you baking bread with dirty water? What is the quality of your bread? And is love finding its way through you into your heart so that you can be more of you and love more of you and be good to you and others? And that's where the feminine practice really comes in, because it's very healing, it's recharging, it's replenishing, it's parental love. It's like the Mother Divine. It's pure love.
Yes. And self-love, how important?
The flow.
And, you know, to incorporate yourself in this love, to love yourself and not be a mother to yourself.
I love that you asked that question. You know, when I ask everyone, for example, in a public keynote or an executive presentation or even one-on-one with people, you know, it's like, oh, let's get a gratitude list. It's like, everything stinks right now. I don't want to write a gratitude. It sucks. You know, how do you find the gratitude in what is? Well, you can. The easiest way to do that, find something cute that you love the smell of, that you love the person, place, or thing, or an animal, you know, or your child, or someone that showed you love, even if they're not here. Find that, put it in your heart, and you will experience a sense of flow. If you find something else you love, find that in your heart, you will experience more flow. Where the energy goes, energy flows. You will cultivate that. And when you cultivate that, you grow into it, you hold it, you nurture that. If it's easier for you to do service and tithing, to get outside of your own stuff, it can bring great connection to you. Because when we're disconnected, we feel alone, or why me, or victimization. But if you can find something that fulfills you by feeling it or helping others, you can find that flow again, because it gives you a sense of gratification. Yeah. And then you can build from that. So flow, I think, is in a way almost like an overused word, but I can tell you right now, the flow that I discussed, if you feel your joy and contentment, you know what gets you into your zone. And some people might be listening here going, well, I've just got so much crap on, not much time, you know, working. There's no 5 minutes to meditate. Well, here's what I'm going to tell you right now. When you spend more time with nature, which is a reflection of you, I can absolutely guarantee you that nature will respond to you. The people, the places, the things, the beauty, the sun and the moon turn up every day. The metaphor of a tree being able to nourish itself from the roots and ground and stand tall and nourish itself autonomically, just like your nervous system can come back into its alignment.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go into the medical terms here, but the flow comes when you feel a sense of knowing, a sense of ease and grace. Even if there's a challenge, you will know that it's on the way, not in the way. And there's love and wisdom in that, which no one can take from you. So I hope that helped describe that a bit. And some people find the flow in the zone running, doing something they love, doing something usually creative. When they're not really in their mind, their whole body has to work within that realm to participate, to breathe, to have stamina, to, you know, find some zone factor. And you could have that pleasure in many different ways, actually, from being, from running, from inaction to meditating to, you know, orgasmic experiences through intimacy. You can find that in so many different ways, and that's flow.
Yeah, and once you find it, it's a good practice to try and keep it at all times.
To embrace that. That's your miracle.
Yeah.
That's the soul. And as I say this, some of you who are sensitive may feel this. It's the soul bliss activating in you.
Yes.
We have bliss centers in our heart and our crown. Whoa. I mean, if you can feel that from me, drink it.
Yeah, just I was I don't know, I can't remember really if it was a challenge but it was someone was sending out affirmations each day, and one was very simple. It was, I choose happiness. And I was like, yeah, I choose happiness. And I said it like 20, 30 times, and then I actually reached that bliss. I could just feel it from just that sentence.
Okay. Perfect. I love what you just said. And I'm going to say this. Sometimes affirmations you can say till you're blue in the face and it won't happen.
Exactly.
Find your own affirmation. If that word happiness does something for you, say it. It's called japa if you write it. If you say it, it's mantra. It's got a vibration. So even the mantra, bless creation. Whoa. Soul hum. Soul's got the masculine with the feminine hum. The I am that I am. I am the soul. I'm not the mind, the thought, nor the body. I am that I am. You say that 5 times, 10 times, cultivate it. You will eventually focus on one thing, start to transcend and transmute the charge, because deep, deep, deep within is more of you that comes through. So I love that you shared that example. Gorgeous. Just gorgeous.
Thank you. So it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be all the time, every day, because it is hard for women and mothers with small children to find the time. Do you have an example what they can do?
Oh, absolutely. Shall we go into an example?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so let me share this. Make sure you subscribe to my list, because I don't spam people a lot. Reach out. I have a gift I'll tell you about after. Some of what I will transmit here will be in that, and some of it has already been transmitted before we got on the phone call. So thank you, Helena, for connecting all of us.
Yes.
Now, why do I know this works? Well, career, living overseas, mother, single mother, the husband walked out, all a blessing in disguise. You know, there's so many dramas around certain things, but finding my poise, using all these tools that I've been, you know, I used to have angel cards and guru things given to me in my teenage years. Like, what is this? Like, I just kind of have this energy thing going, right? So it's all about being efficient with it. So when you start to burn out or lose sight of who you are, and that feeling, you know, connects you to you and has you feel you, you start to develop your own processes to find you again. So I invite all of you to consider what you do to find you again. Not from what anybody else says or what anyone says you should do, but what you want to do to find you again. And you might, yes, you know why? Because that's your secret source of soul and depth within. So, what I'm going to share is a brief exercise. Wow, my dogs have just gone a little bit. That's unusual. So what I'm going to share is what I do a lot, and I have done for many years, to cultivate my presence and poise and gratitude. It's not hard. It's just leveraging energy around you and for you and through you so that you can find your center and poise. So with that being said, let's I'll just distract them for a second. It's kind of hectic. Anyway, so let's do that. So what I invite you to do is, again, let's close our eyes and come into the breath, and just come into the breath. There's no right or wrong breath. I'm going to invite you to actually place the tongue to the roof of your mouth right now. So place the tongue to the roof of your mouth. And you might feel a sense of connection, and that connection is just you, like a baby, putting a thumb to the roof of the mouth, actually connecting and actually stimulating your pineal gland, which will drive you to the next exercise. I'd love you to visualize the center of your head, which is the intersection of the right ear, the left ear, the front of the head and the back of the head. Just find the center of your head. Again, receive a deep breath, inhale and exhale. What I'd love you to do with that breath is I'd love you to actually breathe deeply in from the lower abdomen all the way up to the shoulders, maybe even lengthening your neck, lowering your shoulders, lifting your heart to the heavens, and sipping in a bit more oxygen in your lungs, and then exhale out. If you want to make a noise and release, that's fine. Just release and breathe out. Find a beautiful deep breath again from the lower abdomen, up through the lungs, sipping in a little bit more air through the lungs, lowering your shoulders, lengthening the neck, lifting the hearts to the heavens, and exhale all the way down. One more breath I'm going to teach you right now is I call it like the universal connecting breath. You're going to visualize a point 6 feet beneath your feet, 6 to 10 feet. Just breathe from that point all the way up through your feet, your legs, your shins, femur bones, hips, abdomen, chest, all the way through the lungs, of course, sipping in a bit more air, all the way to 6-10 foot above your head, sip in a bit more air and exhale all the way down. That is going to connect you to everything below and above and around and bring you right here and make your energy more big and more powerful. You become a great listener. You also get to be more, and you know the person or the energy with the most energy, whether it's good or bad, actually wins. You become much more present. So let's come back to the tongue to the roof of the mouth. Again, you can press pause when you're listening to the replay and practice this again. So I invite you to, again, gaze very gently to the center of the head. And as you do that, don't strain your eyes, don't roll them back, just pause very gently. I'd love for you to almost gaze to the past, any energy, attention, awareness that is yours, that is your pure prana and life force. You can command it like a queen or a goddess or any kind of feminine that you are to call back your energy to this present moment. It's going to disentangle you, not just cut cords. We're talking at the root. Disentangle you from any energy, attention, and awareness that is no longer serving you, that you're releasing, and drawing the energy that's yours from the past to the center of your head. Receive a deep breath as you receive that. Your body and intelligence in nature knows exactly where to replenish that in your being, in your heart. Receive a deep breath. Inhale as you receive your energy and exhale. Now I invite you to look to the horizon or the future. Any energy, attention, and awareness that is yours, that is serving you at this time, and disentangle from anything that's not, at a very deep level, deeper than what I'm saying. There's a lot being transmitted here. Recall that energy to the center of the head and receive a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Okay, now you're going to drop in down to the pelvic bowl, down to the hara, down to the lower danchen, whatever you want to call it, 2 inches beneath your belly. You have a yoni there, a uterus there. You've got Shakti there. We're in alignment with the moon cycle. There's ovaries there. And even if you don't have an ovary anymore, there's still an energetic representation of that. But that energy, the way a woman's body's structured, is grounded and connecting to the earth. So also feel that lower pelvic bowl or that hara, that lower dantian, 2 inches beneath your belly button. Maybe even take your right index and middle finger and just rub beneath your belly button to remind yourself of your body, to be and feel into your body. It's your body. You've got to touch and love your body and connect to the ground. Remember, we did the 10 foot beneath the feet. Maybe even feel your feet, all 4 directions, the K1 meridian, grounded and rooted to Mother Earth, on the rock, on the mountain, on the ocean floor. And you may actually feel that from me. And draw that energy 10 foot beneath your feet, all the way up through your shins, your knees, your femur bones, your hips, into that lower Dantian, lower core. And allow that energy, the ionic energy of Mother Earth and nature, to actually diffuse and ground you. Any charge that's floating around in space and time that's no longer serving you at this time, but grounding you, kicking anything that's no longer needed right now out, booting it out, allowing it to flow away, to fall away, literally to fall away. Now what I invite you to do is take a golden waterfall. Literally visualize a golden waterfall from 6 to 10 foot above your head, coming all the way down through your body, and that golden waterfall can replenish you. And I'm going to call this like your soul's ray of bliss, of abundance, of health, of whatever, of good karma, whatever it is that your soul is needing to reconnect you with at this time, will come through if you have a trust in self and your connection to the grand organized design, to soul or God. It may feel a little bit foreign at first, but when you get used to the golden waterfall, you'll be able to actually connect to that whenever you need and wish to feel that sanctuary again. So what we've done to rehash is connect the head to the head and the center of the head, also connect and ground. Now we're going to drop that attention and awareness into our heart, and we're going to do what I said earlier. Please pick a person, place, or thing that you're deeply grateful for. Anyone, anything, a rose, a smell, a gift that you received many years ago, an experience that you had. Maybe the grandmother that's deceased, who's in your heart, who showed you nothing but unconditional love growing up, is around you. Connect to that. Receive a deep breath and inhale as you exhale. The heart energy is designed to receive and give. It's really designed to be. It's so much larger than what the brain is. The brain is a tool. We can relax that. Disempower the left brain. Put it asleep for a bit. Let skepticism go just for a moment. Find your peace. Find your sanctuary. There's no thinking. It's creative. It's pure. It's flow. It's zone. It's 0 point. There's nothing to worry about for this moment. Come back into the heart if you got distracted or not. And think of another person, place, or thing that you would love to bring into your field right now and pay gratitude to. Possibly even yourself for taking the time out to even do this. Receive a deep breath. If you scan around your body and there's some noise or tension, command that to ground down. Remember, you're connected below and above and in all directions. You can't go wrong. You're part of nature. You are here for a reason. Allow yourself to be and breathe for a moment. Beautiful. You may even feel, I don't know, if you know how spinal subluxational alignment feels, you may feel that. You may feel a little hormonal balance. You may feel an energy or a tension in your body disappear. You may feel a lot more of that. Even when you press stop on this and you feel a feeling 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 days later because of this experience that you just had. There's no coincidences if you feel that. Beautiful. So just come back into the heart, pay gratitude, gently twinkle your fingers and toes, come back to the breath, thank yourself for the breath. That is what gives you life. At any moment, the more even keel you are with that breath, you energize your life. Twinkle your eyes open, and hey.
Hello. Oh, that was nice. I like that. I feel a calm flow of energy streaming through.
The gateway and the floods are open now. This is what happened. And because you're in tune with your cultivation of peace and joy, whatever it is that you need just comes through. And when you do that more often, I can tell you right now, even the actualization of that more instantly becomes more easy to do. in a minute, in 10 seconds, in 5 minutes. And if you have time to do one thing, just, you know, it's like chi and energy, right? If the energy attention goes where it flows, it really does. And so when you're breathing, it's like inhaling, receiving, exhaling to give and energize. So you get to make your own choice. You do have your own choices. And for you to gain clarity in whoever you are listening, because you want more of what you've already created, or you want to master a situation and transmute it and get through that stress and actually to the other side that you know is going to bridge that gap for you to your consciousness, you to that goal, you to that love, you to that self-love, or you to that relationship, or you to that health that you're looking for. This is how you can start. And of course, there's hidden forces that we can't see, but some of us can scan or sense into that. And that's where sometimes having a guide, you can be your own healer, but sometimes having a guide can see that mentally, subconsciously, health-wise, in the dynamics of a relationship and help you realign. That's what I do for whatever you want to attain, you know. So thank you for experiencing that with us, but it does get very, very natural to be like that and do that a lot of the time.
Yeah. Breathing easily. So
it's a way of life.
Yeah, it is. That's how we should live. Breathe more.
Breathe more, have fun more, play, enjoy. I know there's stressors, there's so much stuff. I mean, there's so much stuff going on even in our own lives, let alone outside our lives. I mean, literally, we cannot save the world together. I mean, on our own. We've got to collectively find our secret source and what juices us up from the inside out and be that by ripple effects.
Yeah.
And if that means switching something up to take that essence into the job, into the relationship, into the career, into the exercise, into the nutrition, into your environment, find that essence in so many ways so you can streamline that. And it really comes down to what are your values and what's important to you.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much, Aliky. And you also have a gift for us. Yay! Can you share?
So yes, I do. So I have a gift, and it's how to turn that stress into gold or transmute whatever it is. There's a little bit of that guided meditation. I take you next level. There's also a soul's inspiration guide as well, which will teach you and guide you to cultivate more of yourself and self-trust. And look, I'm a mother, so I know what it feels like to have that intuition really activated. And some of you are very empathetic and sensitive and completely aware. And you know that when you didn't go with what you initially thought because you listened to someone else, like, oh, damn, I wish I did that.
Yeah.
Got to trust you. Trust you. Please, please trust and respect you.
Yeah.
You are so much more than who you think you are. You are so loved, so much more than you think you may be loved. A person doesn't have to be that seal of approval to know that you're loved. Find that within you. And this teaches you more of that, to find that in the Soul's Inspiration Guide. And then also a lot of women who are quite stressed, anxiety, or, you know, guilt-wise, are usually suffering through some trauma or even financial anxiety. So I have a little alignment, a little bit of mindset in there to direct the energy and the flow and the activity and the action once you're a little surrendered into cultivating a little bit more abundance. Abundance just doesn't come as money. Abundance can be everywhere. In nature, in health, in friendships, in time. That's an illusion anyway. But we have time and duality here, you know. It's like you can relate to that. So abundance, and if you want to tweak it around money or relationship, fine. The questions and the guides there. So it's a free guided and meditation and written exercise for a bit of mindset. So please download that. I love receiving feedback. A lot of people tell me, like one woman wrote to me and she told me she did the exercise every day for 5 days. And I don't tell you how many days to do it. I'm always going to recommend like 21 or more, right? Because it takes about 90 days to break a habit and 90 seconds for it to pass, you know, all of that theory. But or 1, 2, 3 to just do it and stop deliberating. But the relationship's completely shifted in her office, because there's not just you attuning to the mindset or the exercise. There's an energy transmission that I'm sharing with you to hold the space.
Yeah, and as you say, it's a ripple effect. So if you change
and the times
your
now,
energy, so, yeah,
you know, the Buddhas say, or whatever it is, it's like people, you know, people think you have time. That the problem is there is no time. And I said it's illusion, but make the most of your time. Really enjoy and rejoice your life and who you are, and revel in nature, because it's accessible here within. I'm telling you, heaven on earth is here. We can feel it, we can experience it, we can be it, and we can come from that place.
Yes.
Miracles happen all the time. Every day of my life, I see them, I witness them, I learn through others. You can pay gratitude to that. If you see something you love in others, do more of that for you that you want. Do more of what you want for others. It's the energy. It happens and you can receive it. Anyway, I went on. So hopefully that helps.
That was beautiful. Thank you so much. And it's been a pleasure learning from you. And I think I speak for all the women listening. I'm pretty sure I am. So thank you so much, Aliky.
You're welcome. Thank you, everyone, for listening, and for Helene putting this together with experts from all around the world, and cultivating that joy and that contentment and that reminder to tap back into who you really are. And even if you don't have the clarity, you can feel more of what that potentially is through cultivating your joy and your connection to yourself. It really starts with you, and you've got a choice. I can 1,000% prove that if you want to have a call with me. But
Excellent. Thank you so much. And to you and everyone else in this circle, just keep the Shakti flowing. Bye.
Beautiful. Bye.